I can't believe it. You see the sun from here, but I don't know if our viewers can tell it is in the 80s today.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about anything in terms of Halloween costumes. Wear whatever you want. It's so warm.
I can't believe it. 80s in October. There once was a time that I was told to dress up in like onesies or like someone living in Antarctica because it was so cold. But now it's the 80s. I can't believe it. Well, happy Halloween and good morning and welcome to Rise and Shine. I'm Sammy Hoffman.
And I'm Sunny Civicmar. And it is a packed weekend. It's not just Halloween. Today is Halloween and Diwali, and we both dressed for the occasion.
Yes. And not only that, but El Dia de los Muertos, or the Day of the Dead, is tomorrow and Saturday.
Yup. And so safe to say, it's a very busy weekend, and if you are looking for a last-minute Halloween costume, like Sammy was this morning, a stop on Franklin Street might save you. Our Landon Jove is at Heelween at the pitch right now.
You guys look amazing. As you can tell, I am an FBI agent, and I am here investigating the pitch. They have the Heelween pop-up shop, which has costumes for $20, makeup for $5, and you could even get an accessory for $5. But it is usually a gathering place. But if you need a last-minute costume, they have so many costumes inside. Ran by college students in a flash entrepreneurship class, it's a one-stop shop to anything you might need Halloween, like a gray beard. The pop-up shop features many different items, fake blood, and a bunch of accessories like a huge pacifier. But the shop carries a massive number of costumes, from characters like Scooby-Doo to fairies like someone from the show. Oh, if you need last-minute eyelashes, they have that too. All the proceeds are being donated to Hurricane Helene relief in Western North Carolina. Director of the course, Tim Flood, tells me this isn't the last pop-up shop planned this year.
Shop is the jewel in the crown, but we have coming up next, starting probably as early as the first weekend in November, hot dogs, gelato, tiramisu, and coffee. We haven't named it yet. I'm calling it like the hangover helper cart, you know.
The shop is open 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. today, so if you need a last-minute costume, this is the place for you. Samantha?
Thank you so much, Landon. You know, I don't know if an FBI agent would say FBI on them,
Maybe
but
not.
I like the effort. It's not like I'm much better with this Glenda costume, so I think I might have to head over there.
Yeah, and I think you did a great job.
Thanks. You know, for last minute, I think it came together.
Yeah.
Now Halloween is full of some Tarheel traditions, and the whole month of October, Meredith is in studio to break down this month in a special tradition that you'll see tonight.
You said it, Sammy. On the first Saturday of the month, Dean Angela Joshua joined Ramses on the field to celebrate 100 years of a live mascot. For the past century, a live Dorset horned sheep with his horns painted Carolina blue, of course, has represented the Hills on the sideline. Crowds have been cheering on Ramses since 1924 as he parades around the Kenan Stadium, honoring a tradition that has symbolized Carolina pride for generations. Next up, on October 12th each year, Carolina celebrates University Day, marking the laying of the cornerstone of the first campus building, Old East. This year, on special occasion, the ceremony honored the installation of Chapel Hill's 13th Chancellor, Lee H. Roberts. Roberts says he is most excited about celebrating UNC's history while reflecting on accomplishments and telling everyone to set the bar even higher going forward. Then, lastly, of course, it's Halloween, so we have to talk about the Franklin Street Halloween celebration. Students, locals, and visitors from all over flood the street to show off creative costumes. The town closes off the street for cars, making room for people to walk around, take photos, and enjoy the spooky season. It is one of the most iconic Halloween celebrations in the area. With so much tradition packed into 1 month, October is something special here at Carolina.
Thank you so much, Meredith. Now, some sad news. We heard that from some public officials that they're actually not planning to close Franklin this year. But I'm hoping that we can find some other ways to make it a memorable Halloween and keep the traditions up.
I'm gonna kind of miss it. It's one of my like big Chapel Hill traditions, but you grew up in the area, so what are your favorite like October traditions?
Mine, I think it's particular to my family specifically. My family gets really into decorating our house for Halloween. I think a little too much so. So my dad a few years ago discovered having some sort of like music playing. It's more like sound effects from our house, and people will be trick-or-treating, and then it'll be like a scream from our house or like a ghost noise, and I think it scares the kids. So I think we need to bring it down a little bit, but it's definitely really fun way to get the season started. Now, what about you with Diwali?
Yeah, we always have like a big Diwali party. We don't have Halloween decorations up because my mom won't put anything scary in front of our house. But we do typically throw a big party. We have a lot of friends over. We light fireworks. I was lighting fireworks way too young as a child. I shouldn't have been, but I was, and it was really fun. And if you are like wondering what you want to do for the holidays, this is like a multi-holiday weekend. Like, we've got some stuff for you.
Yeah, we've got some great events. First off, you can head over to Apex High School on Saturday afternoon for a Diwali celebration. I know you have some more on that.
Yeah, it's the Diwali Dhamaka Mega Musical Concert hosted by Thermala Events. Winners include vocalists Sai Vignesh and Anu Anand. There's an Indian restaurant that's catering and offering vegetarian and non-vegetarian options. Guests can enter a raffle and win a piece of jewelry from a local jewelry shop specializing in Indian and Middle Eastern jewelry. It's looking really fun. Tickets are still available. They start at $25 at events.suleika.com, and the event will run from 5 to 9.
You can also join Hindu Yuva to celebrate Diwali night next Friday at 5 p.m. in the Great Hall. The event is going to feature performances from Chalka, Tarheel Ras, and the world's first South Asian a cappella group, Pen Masala. There's also going to be some delicious Indian food for guests to enjoy, and you can purchase tickets at the door for $22 each or at the Carolina Union box office anytime from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And Diwali is not the only holiday that you can celebrate this weekend. The Dia de los Muertos and Katrina Parade is a collaboration that celebrates the Day of the Dead, which will be celebrated on November 2nd at the historic Oakwood Cemetery. The event will start with a copal ceremony where it's burned at the grave sites to guide the dead spirits to their loved ones. There will also be face painting, poetry, and food vendors, and the celebration will end with the Katrina Parade composed of performances and dances.
There's also a Dia de los Muertos event this Saturday in Chapel Hill as part of Festival. From 12 to 5 on the corner of West Franklin, right by K Chula, you're going to find an artisan market, an ofrenda, Aztec dance, Volerico and mariachi performances, free dance classes, guest speakers, marigold and sugar skull crafting. There's just so much to see, and it's really fun, all the things coming up. Now, this is Table El Centro Hispano, Refugee Community Partnership, and other nonprofits coordinating this. Now, the event coordinator from Chapel Hill, Javier Vallejo, says that this is the first time that Festival has designated the market solely to a Dia de los Muertos theme.
And yeah, I think, really just excited to, get together with community.
This market is part of Festival's series dedicated to uplifting the Latinx communities of the Chapel Hill and Triangle. Now, I can't believe multiple holidays on one weekend. There's so much to do in the Triangle right now.
Yeah, I am not going to be doing my homework, but I am going to be checking the weather because as someone who grew up in the north, every time I make plans, I have to check the weather to make sure it's not too cold. And that's why our meteorologist, Megan Giller, is here to tell you whether it's warm enough to wear your costume with or without a jacket.
Yeah, Sunny, it's gonna be warm enough definitely to not wear a jacket today. It's gonna be warmer, even starting out right now at 9 a.m. Usually temperatures around this time of year, especially in the morning, are around the mid-40s to lower 50s, but right now we're seeing the mid-60s. As we head towards your noontime hour, we're gonna see 76, and then we will peak at 3 p.m. with 83, and the record was set in 2019 with 85. But as we move into tonight for your Halloween festivities, you'll see mid-70s with partly cloudy skies. We'll also have warm and dry air. Thanks to that warm and dry air, that's what's making it so nice and hot out here. That brings in clear skies with bright sunny days and warmer weather with it. On Friday, a cold front is going to start to move in. That's been bringing rain for a lot of the Midwest, but that cold front should start to dissipate just a little bit as it heads over towards us, so we shouldn't see quite as much rain. But as we move into Saturday, that cold front will pass through, bringing temperatures down into the lower 70s. So today we'll see 83, tomorrow still in the lower 80s. As we move into Saturday and Sunday and that cold front moves through, we'll have lower 70s, and then on Monday to start out your work week, we will have temperatures in the mid 70s.
Thank you so much, Megan. Again, I just can't believe this weather. But now joining us in studio is W.H. Hayes, our pop culture expert. What's on the radar for Halloween?
Well, I'd say it's got to be the Google Frightgeist, right? It basically just tells you what your area is going to be dressed up as come the night.
So what is the triangles trend for that?
Weirdly enough, it's Chucky from Child's Play. Apparently there's been a TV show going on Sci-Fi for the past couple of years, just ended its third and last season. He's joined up there by the Cookie Monster and Little Red Riding Hood as some other out-of-left-field costumes you might not expect.
I gotta say, I didn't see that coming. I am a Cookie Monster fan, though, so I'm not against it. I thought it would be more celebrities, though, because, like, Sabrina Carpenter is so easy, and there was that Timothée Chalamet costume contest a couple days ago.
You'd think so, especially with, like, the national leaderboard on the Frightgeist being very much centered around this, like, internet trends, blockbuster movies, but no, it's these kind of more shocking, out-of-left-field kind of things.
Something that I was thinking of dressing up as is a Survivor character, because I've been so invested in this season. And Survivor's coming to Chapel Hill. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. It's season 47, right?
Yes, so Survivor, the show, is doing a watch party at UNC, and the most interesting part of this is that it filled up immediately. Like, I was in class, and they sent out an email saying you can register, and within 2 minutes, I was talking to my group about it. We were doing, like, group project time, we were talking about Survivor, but they said, it's full already, and so I joined the wait list, but I can't believe there are a lot of Survivor fans out there, so maybe we'll see some Survivor costumes.
Yeah, it's on Saturday, and if you want to join the wait list as well, it's on Student Life, so you can probably find it on Heal Life.
Well, thank you so much for joining WH.
Of course. Anytime.
And Halloween is lots of fun. We've been talking about so much fun you can have this weekend, especially at college, but it's very important to make sure that the only scary things you see on Halloween are the costumes, which is why our adulting expert, Keisha Frederick, is here to give you tips on how to stay safe this Halloween weekend.
Good meowing, everyone. It's Keisha again, your go-to for all things adulting. And today, we're talking about how to handle the Halloween season like a pro. So whether you're a first year or a seasoned senior, Halloween can get a little crazy. So let's break down how to enjoy it and stay on top of life. So first up, costumes. I know we all want to impress with our looks, but there's no need to drop half of your paycheck on it. Hit up the thrift store and get creative with what you already have in your closet. Trust me, some of the best costumes come from a little DIY magic. Plus, you'll save money for more important things like, I don't know, coffee and textbooks. You get what I'm saying. And speaking of saving, let's talk about candy. It's everywhere this time of year. And I'm not saying skip it entirely because, let's be real, who can resist a good Snickers bar? But don't let Halloween turn into a sugar-fueled crash. Balance what you do. Snack smart. You're not gonna fall asleep in class if you don't have candy all day long. It's moderation, folks. That is the adulting way. And hey, if you're hitting up Halloween parties, remember, pace yourself, have fun, and don't overdo it. Make sure you have a ride home or a safe plan in place. You can still enjoy the spooky vibes without waking up to scary consequences. And lastly, if you're not into the party scene, that's cool too. Halloween is perfect for movie marathons, pumpkin carving, or even catching up on some sleep. Yes, your body needs sleep, and you'll thank yourself later, trust me. So, to wrap it up, get creative with your costume, snack smart, be safe at parties, and don't forget to have some fun. Halloween is a blast, but balance is key, just like in life, right? Right. So have a spooky, safe, and super fun Halloween. Until we meet again, bye y'all.
Thanks, Keisha. Now, joining us in studio is Chase Freeman, who just wrapped up a Rocky Horror Show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
And I think you're definitely an example of creative costumes. Tell me about this.
Well, speaking of Timothée Chalamet costume contests, I would say I'm the iteration of Timothée Chalamet as Troye Sivan on SNL, so kind of multiple levels.
I love the niche costumes. I'm so glad that you're dressed. It's so fun. So we are going to be talking about Rocky Horror Picture Show. You just finished up. What made you first want to get started?
Well, I've seen Rocky every year that I've been at UNC. I'm a senior, so this was my 4th year seeing it. Only this time as part of it. But I think that was kind of the main thing. I've seen it all 4 years, and I was really inspired to, you know, get in and be a part of it.
And I know one of the most fun parts of this show is the audience interactions. Can you tell me more about that?
Yeah, audience participation is definitely a key part of a good Rocky performance. There's a lot of callbacks and a lot of interactions with the script, and the audience is always super active. Luckily we had a really good one this year. Just a lot of exciting things going on during the show that the audience can participate in.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I wish we had more time to get into all of this, but it is an annual show, so I know that people can keep going every single October. It's a very fun part of Halloween. So thanks for joining us, and thank you to our audience. Tune in tomorrow at 11:30 to watch Sports Extra. And before you go, here is a performance from UNC's classical dance group, Iqbal. Have a happy and safe weekend.